I will just show you the flow chart of transportation problem. This called as flow chart of Modi method, or it can be considered as a flow chart for solving the entire transportation problem. So first of all, whatever data is given to you, you have to express that data in table form or tabular form, and then check that whether it is a balanced problem or not. If it is not balanced, then make it balanced by adding dummy row or column to make it balanced. Once it has been balanced, then you have to check that whether it is a maximization problem or minimization problem. If at all it is minimization problem, then convert that problem into maximization problem and solve it by maximization method. Okay. No, transportation cost minimization we are considering. No? If at all it is maximization problem, then convert it into minimization problem. How to convert it into minimization problem? By subtracting each element of the table from its highest element. So we are going to consider one such problem, which is a maximization problem. How to convert it into minimization and solve by minimization method. That we are going to discuss later on, most probably for the next lecture. Okay. So if at all it is not maximization, means minimization problem, then find out the initial basic feasible solution. There are three ways which we have discussed. Which are the three ways to find out initial basic feasible solution?
Northwest corner method, list corner method, Vogel's approximation.
Vogel's approximation method, out of which VAM is more effective, and we are going to use VAM until and unless specified about other method. Okay, so always you have to use VAM for finding out the initial basic feasible solution, and then check that whether that solution is degenerate or not. If it is degenerate, then remove the degeneracy by allotting delta to appropriate cells. What do you understand by degeneracy? If at all number of allocations in a initial basic feasible solution is not the m plus n minus 1, it is lesser than m plus n minus 1, then it is a degenerate solution. You have to resolve the degeneracy. How to resolve the degeneracy? You have to allocate one small, very small quantity delta, which is close to 0, 10 to 0, or is equal to 0, to a cell of minimum cost, to an independent unoccupied cell of minimum cost. Independent means which will not form the loop. Loop is not possible. That minimum cost you have to select, and there you have to assign delta. Now, how many number of allotments are lesser than m plus n minus 1? Those many number of delta you have to take for allotment. That is called as resolving the degeneracy. So once you take delta into consideration, then you have to solve it by regular way. If it is not degenerate, then you have to calculate U and Vz by considering Cij is equal to Ui plus Vz for occupied cells, and then find out Dij, that is opportunity cost for unoccupied cell, by using the equation Dij is equal to Cij minus into bracket Ui plus Vz. So that is applicable to all once you resolve the degeneracy, if at all it is present. Then check that whether Dij's are less than or equal to 0. If no, then terminate the case. Means that means if Dij is less than 0, that means negative value is present, then it is not the optimal solution. You have to improve it. So for improving it, you have to select an unoccupied cell having largest negative value of Dij, then construct a loop and adjust all the allocation to revise the current solution. While constructing, how to construct the loop, that also we have discussed, and then how to make the allotment by considering the plus minus sign into consideration or into account. Then revise the solution and check the rim condition. Then after that, again check whether the solution is degenerate or not. If at all it is degenerate, resolve the degeneracy by assigning delta. How to do that, we are going to discuss with one problem today. If it is not degenerate, then go on checking the optimality condition. If it is optimal, terminate the procedure. If it is not, then go for improving the solution in the in the discussed manner to improve the solution. So that way this flowchart works and where to go and doing it. So we'll consider one problem in which degeneracy is there. So take down this problem. A manufacturer wants to ship 22 loads. A manufacturer wants to ship 22 loads of his product as shown below. The matrix gives the kilometers from sources to supply, sources of supply to the destinations. So source is given as S1, S2, S3. Destination is given as D1, D2, D3, D4 and D5. And total supply AI values are given, total demand BJ values are given. And then the distance in kilometers is given in the matrix. And the shipping cost of rupees 10 per load per kilometer is mentioned. Rupees 10 per load per kilometer. What shipping schedule should be used in order to minimize the total transportation cost? Okay, so take down this problem and check that whether it is balanced or unbalanced. So have you taken this problem? Have you taken this problem?
No.
Just take down and check whether it is balanced problem or unbalanced. Okay, now it is not balanced, no? It is unbalanced problem. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
What
sir.
is the total of supply?
22.
22.
And demand is 25. So you have to consider one row, which is called as dummy row, which will take care of the surplus demand, means the supply, okay, to match with the demand. So make that so that it will be balanced and then solve it by VAM so that you will get the initial solution. Okay, once you get the initial basic feasible solution, check that whether the m plus n minus 1 number of allocations are there or not. If they are not, that means if their allotments are lesser than m plus n minus 1, then it is degenerate solution. How to resolve the degeneracy, I will let you know. First of all, you solve it for initial, finding out initial basic feasible solution by using VAM. Is it okay? Can you do that? So this will be the case. You just check adding dummy row and solving it by using VAM. What is the solution? You just let me know that solution.
सर एकच रो ऍड करायची का?
मग किती करणार?
दोन आता समजा डेस्टिनेशन आपले 5 आहे ना.
नाही त्याचा काय संबंध नाही. नंबर ऑफ रोज अँड नंबर ऑफ कॉलम्स डिफरंट थिंग आहे. ते काय मॅच व्हायला पाहिजे असं काय कारण नाही. कारण रिम कंडिशन म्हणजे काय की टोटल सप्लाय आणि टोटल डिमांड मॅच झाला पाहिजे. नंबर ऑफ supply centers and number of destination centers may be different. Got it? They may not be same, but the addition of all AIJs and BJs must be equal. If not, add dummy row or dummy column as per the need. Is it okay?
Yes, sir.
Hmm.
सर
हम्म.
सर थर्ड रो मध्ये पेनल्टी 0 घ्यायची की 2 घ्यायची, म्हणजे मिनिमम नंबर 2 वेळा येत असेल तर त्याच्या पुढचा नंबर घ्यायचा की तोच नंबर घेऊन पेनल्टी 0 घ्यायची.
कशामध्ये?
थर्ड रो सर S3 मध्ये पेनल्टी.
S3 मध्ये एका फोनला असाइन करायला चुकलो तर दुसऱ्या फोनला होऊ शकतं ना. What we are finding the penalty between the smallest and next smallest. Here smallest is 4. If we miss to allocate to the smallest 4, then there is another 4 available where allocation is possible. So difference between these two is 0. 4 minus 4 0. It is better to take both the smallest value into account and difference between these two. That is 0.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
आता समजा सगळे 4 असते तर काय केलं असतं? If at all values are 4, and smallest and next smallest is 4, no problem. So you have to focus on that. कुणाला काय डाऊट असेल तर विचारा. Your questions are most welcome. Though at this point of time you may feel that you are asking silly questions, but it's not silly. Your doubts will get cleared and you will get the clarity about the procedure to solve the problem. Should I solve it for VAM as well? का तुम्हाला येतंय? Okay, have you completed the VAM solution? Any one of you? तुम्ही केलं का complete? Roll number 7. Yes or no? Roll number 8.
Going on, sir. Doing, sir.
Roll number 10 has left. Okay. 11. Roll number 10. Roll number 10.
Yes, sir.
Have you completed the solution?
No, sir. I'm still solving.
Okay, roll number 15.
Solving, sir.
16,
Not yet done, sir.
18. अरे किती वेळ लावा लागला मग? 18,
Sir, 1 minute, sir.
20,
Sir, solving.
23,
Solving, sir.
26,
Sir, solving.
31,
Solving, sir.
32,
Solving, sir.
33,
Solving.
37,
Solving.
41,
Solving, sir.
47,
Solving, sir.
63,
Solving, sir.
65,
Not yet completed.
75,
Sir,
74 कुठं गायब झाला आहे? 77,
झालाय सर.
सांग उत्तर बघ बरं. हेच आहे का? इज दिस द सोल्युशन यू गॉट?
येस.
7 आलेत. बाकीच्यांचं काय स्टेटस आहे?
7 आलेत सर.
ओके. 82,
Sir, 8.
8 allocations.
So I will check.
m plus n minus 1 आलेत का? किती? m plus 1 minus 1 is 8. 8 पण येऊ शकतात, पण
माझे पण 8 आले.
8 पण येऊ शकतात, पण मला वाटते 8 आलं तरी बरोबर उत्तर आहे किंवा पुढे उत्तर बरोबर मिळणार आहे. पण मला वाटतं तुमचं व्यायाम कदाचित चुकला असू शकते, शक्यता आहे. मी म्हणत नाही मी बरोबर आहे, मला माहित नाही, मी काय सोडवलेलं नाही 8 साठी, म्हणून मला माहित नाही आहे. आता ज्यांनी पहिलं 6 हे तिसरा कॉलम घेतलाय त्यांचं वेगळं येऊ शकतं. ज्यांनी चौथा कॉलम घेतलाय त्यांचं वेगळं येऊ शकतं. त्यानंतर 1, 2, तिसऱ्या इटरेशनला काय नाही, पहिलीच रो आली पाहिजे. काही लोकांनी चुकून तिसरी रो घेतलेली असू शकते. बस या 2 ठिकाणी चेंजेस असू शकतात, त्यामुळे तुमचा प्रॉब्लेम बदलेल. ठीक आहे. ज्यांचं 7 आले ते मला जरा सांगा बरं. व्हॅल्यूज सांगा रो वाईज.
5, 8, 6, 6, 3, 4, 7, 7, 6, 5, 8, 4, 6, 6, 4, 0 सगळीकडे.
अलोकेशन सांगा.
सर सप्लाय 8593, 8
supply.
3 supply.
Demand.
44548.
Allocations. सेल सांगायचा आणि अलॉटमेंट सांगायची. सेल नंबर.
So cell number 148. Sorry, 158. 214.
214.
4. 241. 324. 332. 343. 433.
433. Okay, so n plus n minus 1 is 8. Here 7 number of allotment allocations are there. So you required one delta, and that delta is required to be put at lowest, smallest cost value cell, but it must be independent. Smallest cost value unoccupied cell, unoccupied independent cell. Okay, independent in the sense it should not form the loop. For example, if you take 4 1, if you take 4 1, it will form the loop. How? If you go up, you can go to 2 1 and take the turn. Okay, then you can go to 2 4 and take again turn. Then you can go to 3 4, take a turn. Then 3 3, take a turn. Then 3, then 4 3, take a turn, and you can return back to 4 1 cell. Am I right? Am I right? So it will be like this, like this, like this. Am I right? If you allot delta to 4 1 cell, so it will form closed loop, so it is not independent position. We want the smallest value, cost cell. 0 is the smallest. Now if you take 4 2, then 4 2 2, you can go up 3 2, then 3 3, you can come down to 4 3, and again come back to 4 4. Am I right? If you consider delta allocation to 4 2 cell, this loop will get formed because it will get occupied cell at every corner point. So this is not possible. Then next unoccupied cell is with lower cost is 4 4. There also loop is possible. That loop will be like this, 4 4. If you consider if you consider 4 5, then it is independent, from where loop is not at all possible. So you have to consider epsilon or delta. Delta is very small value. That is allocation here. Now whether the allocations are m plus n minus 1?
Yes.
Okay. So delta minus delta is 0. Delta plus delta is delta. Anything multiplied or added by delta is equal to that value only. Only delta minus delta is nothing. That means 0. Otherwise, whatever you do, delta plus delta is delta. Delta get added to any number will be that number. Hello. So किती allocations कमी पडतात n plus n minus 1 ला? 1 ना? So you can make this allocation and again find out ui and vj's, and then find out dij's, and then see that whether this is optimal solution or not. If not optimal, improve it by usual manner. Okay. Now those who have completed it like this, they are having 6 allocations. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They have to consider 2 delta values. 2 delta values. One can be considered at not at 4, 1, but it can be considered as 4, 2, which is independent. Am I right? 4, 2 is independent cell where least cost is there, but loop is not possible. So 4, 2, at 4, 2 you can make delta allotment. Now once 4, 2 is made as one delta, 4, 3 cannot be considered because it will form the loop. 4, 3 is not possible. Then 4, 5. 4, 5 is possible. So you can allot one delta at 4, 3, 4, 2, and another delta at 4, 5. Am I right? Roll number 77.
Yes, sir.
So as you are having 6 allotment, and they are like this only, no? Or the 6
Yes, sir.
allotment. Okay. So you can assign one delta at 4, 2 cell, another delta at 4, 5 cell, and you can go on solving it for UIs and VJs. आता हे सोडून अजून कुणाचं काय अलॉटमेंट आले का? रोल नंबर 88, 82. तुझे 8 आलेत का अलॉटमेंट?
Yes, sir.
सो यू नीड नॉट हॅव टू टेक डेल्टा. फक्त रिम कंडिशन सॅटिस्फाय झाले की बघ, कॅल्क्युलेशन चुकले नाही आहेत ना तेवढं बघ. जर 8 आला असतील तरी चालेल. And you need not have to take delta into consideration. You find out UI and values in usual manner, and find out the values and improve the solution if required. करा सगळ्यांनी. जे काही लोकांचे 8 आले, 7 आले, 6 आले, त्यांना मी सांगितलं काय करायचं, त्याप्रमाणे अलॉटमेंट करायचे आणि इम्प्रूव्ह करायचे सोल्युशन. तर या केसमध्ये I can assign delta here. डेल्टा किंवा त्याला इप्सिलॉन पण म्हणतात. इप्सिलॉनने डिनोट केलं तरी चालेल. अँड अनदर डेल्टा हियर. डेल्टा म्हणजे स्मॉल ट्रायंगल काढा. नाही तर याच्यामध्ये काढता येत नाही. इज इट ओके? नाउ कॅन यू इम्प्रूव्ह द सोल्युशन? This is independent. No, yes, it is independent. Are you getting me? कोणाला काय डाऊट असेल तर विचारा. Where to take data? आता किती कमी आहे तिथे सांग मला. या केस मध्ये m+n-1 ला किती नंबर ऑफ अलॉटमेंट्स कमी आहेत? 1. म्हणजे 1 एका ठिकाणी डेल्टा घ्यायचा. तो डेल्टा अशा ठिकाणी घ्यायचा जिथं स्मॉलेस्ट कॉस्ट सेल असेल आणि ते इंडिपेंडंट सेल असेल, म्हणजे लूप फॉर्म करणार नाही. आता मला सांग इथे स्मॉलेस्ट व्हॅल्यू किती आहे? आनंद 74. अरे स्मॉलेस्ट कॉस्ट व्हॅल्यू किती आहे? स्मॉलेस्ट कॉस्ट व्हॅल्यू किती आहे? 0. 0 किती ठिकाणी आहे? एक 0 कन्सिडर करून बघ तिथे इंडिपेंडंट अलॉटमेंट होते का? का लूप फॉर्मेशन होते. लूप फॉर्म होत असेल तर तो 0 सोडायचा, पुढच्या 0ला जायचं, नाही तो सोडायचा पुढच्या 0ला. सगळ्या 0ला तसंच असेल तर त्याच्यापेक्षा नेक्स्ट स्मॉलेस्ट व्हॅल्यू कुठली आहे तिथं जायचं, तिथं बघायचं अनऑक्युपाइड सेलला.
ओके.
आता 4-1, 4-2 आणि 4-4 सेलला 0 असलं तरी इंडिपेंडेंट अलॉटमेंट होत नाहीत, कारण लूप फॉर्मेशन होत आहे. ते 4-5 ला होत नाही लूप फॉर्मेशन, म्हणून 4-5 घेतला. लूप कसा फॉर्म करायचं मी मागे सांगितलं, इथं सुद्धा मी तुम्हाला दाखवलं कसा लूप फॉर्म होते कुठल्या कुठल्या केसमध्ये. क्लोज लूप काय असतो ते आपण डिफाईन केलं ऑलरेडी. आता तेच ज्यांचं सोल्युशन असं आलेलं आहे त्यांना 2 डेल्टा घ्यायला लागतील, कारण n+n-1 ला 2 अलॉटमेंट कमी पडतात. मग ते 2 परत इंडिपेंडेंट लिस्ट कॉस्ट सेल अँड नेक्स्ट लिस्ट कॉस्ट सेल. They must be independent. Independent in the sense they should not form the loop. Where you are making the allotment, it should not form the loop. हे आता कशासाठी केलं तर UI आणि VJ व्हॅल्यू काढण्यासाठी. UI आणि VJ काढत असताना आपण डेल्टाने ऑक्युपाइड केलेले सेल सुद्धा विचारात घ्यायचे, कन्सिडर करायचे, so that you can find out the next improvement. Something will get shifted. Sometimes only delta will get shifted. जर डेल्टा निगेटिव्ह साइन वर असेल कॉर्नरला लूप फॉर्म करताना तर ओनली डेल्टा विल गेट शिफ्टेड. आपल्या नेहमीच्या मॅनर प्रमाणे इम्प्रूव्हमेंट करायची. आधी DIJ काढावं लागेल. लिस्ट निगेटिव्ह नाही, मॅक्सिमम निगेटिव्ह DIJ व्हॅल्यू विल बी कन्सिडर्ड फॉर इम्प्रूव्हमेंट. आता इथं मी 0 आणि 4 ला अलॉटमेंट केलंय, पण तुमचं 0 आणि 0 ला सुद्धा अलॉटमेंट येईल. समजा 4-3 ला एप्सिलॉन अलॉट केला असता तर तो नेक्स्ट टाइम 4 ला अलॉट करावा लागला असता. 0 ला करता आला नसता, कारण इट इज नॉट इंडिपेंडन्स. तसंच केलं मी, इकडे 0 ला केल्यामुळे मी 4 ला अलॉट केलाय. ओके, नेक्स्ट केस मध्ये इम्प्रूव्ह झालं का सोल्युशन? So what you have to do is you have to improve the solution and then again check it for optimality. Check it for degeneracy. If it is degenerate, resolve the degeneracy by making allotment of very small value close to 0 known as delta or epsilon. And then check that whether the solution is optimal or not. If it is not optimal, improve it by considering largest negative DIJ value into consideration. And repeat these steps until you get the optimal solution.